Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will immerse ourselves in The Last American Man by Elizabeth Gilbert. The Last American Man by Elizabeth Gilbert, published in 2002, chronicles the extraordinary life of Eustace Conway, a modern-day frontiersman. The narrative explores his journey from a boy immersed in nature to a charismatic figure who embodies the rugged individualism of the American wilderness. Gilbert delves into Conway's vision of a simpler, self-sufficient life and his efforts to inspire others to reconnect with nature, painting a vivid portrait of his adventures and struggles. Plot summary: Eustace Conway's life began in South Carolina in 1961, surrounded by woods and a family that instilled in him a profound connection to the natural world. As a child, he learned the language of the forest, guided by his father's encyclopedic knowledge of plants and animals and his mother's adventurous spirit. His mother, a former tomboy and outdoorswoman, encouraged Eustace and his siblings to roam barefoot through the wilderness, while his father, a stern and exacting chemical engineer, demanded perfection and discipline. This dichotomy shaped Eustace, instilling in him both a deep love for nature and a fierce independence. By the time he was 7, Eustace could throw a knife with deadly accuracy, and by 17, he had left his suburban home to live in the Appalachian Mountains. There, in a teepee of his own making, he learned to survive entirely off the land, building fires from sticks, hunting with primitive tools, and dressing in buckskins. It was a life far removed from the conveniences of modernity, a deliberate rejection of the structured world he found confining. Eustace immersed himself in the wilderness, believing it to be a path to freedom and authenticity. Driven by an unshakable belief that the American spirit was rooted in the frontier, Eustace embarked on adventures that tested the limits of human endurance. He hiked the Appalachian Trail, kayaked through Alaska, and lived among the Navajo and Mayan people, studying their ancient skills. Each journey honed his self-reliance and furthered his mission to inspire others to rediscover their connection to nature. His most audacious feat came in 1995 when he set out to ride across America on horseback. Battling exhaustion, treacherous terrain, and legal obstacles, Eustace completed the journey in 103 days, a triumph that symbolized his vision of the rugged, resourceful American ideal. As Eustace's reputation grew, he transformed his Appalachian home into Turtle Island Preserve, a 1,000-acre sanctuary dedicated to teaching self-sufficiency and reverence for the natural world. Turtle Island became a living testament to his beliefs, a place where visitors could escape the modern trappings of consumerism and reconnect with the simplicity of life in harmony with the earth. Eustace envisioned it as a model for a new way of living, a wild monastery where students of all ages could learn primitive skills and rediscover their humanity. Eustace's charisma and passion made him a compelling figure, and he traveled tirelessly, spreading his gospel of nature to schools, fairs, and gatherings across the country. His speeches, often delivered in buckskins with a knife at his belt, were electric. He spoke of circles and cycles, the interconnectedness of life, the rhythms of the seasons, and the spiritual truths revealed by the natural world. To his audiences, Eustace was more than a teacher. He was a prophet of a forgotten way of life. Yet, beneath his magnetic persona lay a man deeply at odds with the world around him. His relationships were fraught with tension, and his relentless pursuit of perfection alienated those closest to him. His father's harsh criticism lingered as a shadow over his life, shaping his need to prove himself, but also driving a wedge between them. Romantic relationships were fleeting, as Eustace struggled to reconcile his ideals with the compromises of partnership. Even his role as a teacher was marked by contradictions. While he sought to inspire and empower others, his exacting standards often led to frustration and conflict with those who came to Turtle Island hoping for guidance. Eustace's life became a paradox, a man striving for freedom yet bound by the weight of his vision, a seeker of simplicity navigating the complexities of human interaction. His mission to awaken America to its lost connection with the wilderness was as much a burden as it was a calling. He wrestled with the compromises of modern life, relying on tools like chainsaws and plastic buckets while preaching the virtues of primitive living. His vision for Turtle Island was grand, but its realization required navigating bureaucratic challenges and financial pressures. Despite these struggles, Eustace remained unwavering in his belief that the natural world held the key to humanity's salvation. He saw modernity as a box, limiting, artificial, and alienating, and urged others to break free. Through his teachings, he sought to awaken people to the beauty and power of the world outside their walls, to remind them that they were not separate from nature, but an integral part of its grand cycle. In the woods of Turtle Island, surrounded by the timeless rhythms of the earth, Eustace Conway continued his quest. He taught by example, living a life that embodied the values he cherished: resilience, respect for the natural world, and the pursuit of a deeper understanding of existence. His story is not just one of a man, but of a vision, a call to reconnect with the primal forces that shape us and to find meaning in the wilderness that remains within and around us. That's it for now, but don't stop here. Elizabeth Gilbert has more stories waiting for you. Check them out in the description or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Elizabeth Gilbert's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.